The story of Yaksha Prashna. Let's open another page from the Mahabharata and witness the legendary story of the Yaksha Prashna, a timeless test of wisdom, patience, and righteousness. Part 1. The Deer and the Fire Sticks. At the end of their 12 years of exile in the forests, the time had come for the Pandavas to live incognito in Agyatavasa. As they were discussing their course of action, a learned Brahmin approached Yudhishthira with great distress. "O king," he said, "a deer has run away with my fire sticks tangled in its antlers. Without them, I cannot light the fire and perform my sacred rituals. Please help me recover them." Determined to help, the 5 Pandava brothers chased the deer deep into the forest. But no matter how fast they ran, the mysterious deer always remained just out of reach before finally disappearing. Exhausted, hungry, and terribly thirsty, the brothers rested beneath a large tree. Part 2. The Search for Water. Yudhishthira asked Nakula to climb a tree and look for water. Soon Nakula spotted birds flying over a nearby lake, a sure sign of water. He hurried there and found a beautiful crystal-clear lake surrounded by blooming flowers. As he bent down to drink, a mysterious voice echoed through the forest. "Prince Nakula, this lake belongs to me. Before you drink, answer my questions. If you ignore my warning, you shall die." Overcome by thirst, Nakula ignored the voice and drank the water. The moment he drank, he collapsed lifeless beside the lake. When Nakula did not return, Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva. Sahadeva found Nakula lying motionless near the lake. Shocked and thirsty himself, he approached the water. Again the mysterious voice warned, "Answer my questions before drinking." Ignoring the warning, Sahadeva drank and instantly fell beside his brother. Soon Arjuna arrived. Seeing both brothers lying still, he grew furious. "Who dares challenge me?" he shouted. The invisible voice repeated its warning. Confident in his strength, Arjuna ignored it and drank. He too fell lifeless. Finally, Bhima came searching. Finding all 3 brothers lying on the ground, he became enraged. Without listening to the warning, Bhima drank from the lake. He too collapsed instantly. Part 3. Yudhishthira meets the Yaksha. When none of his brothers returned, Yudhishthira himself went searching. He reached the lake and was heartbroken to find Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva lying motionless. As he approached the water, the mysterious voice spoke again. "I warned your brothers not to drink before answering my questions. They ignored me and paid the price. If you wish to drink, first answer my questions." Unlike his brothers, Yudhishthira remained calm. He folded his hands and said, "I respect your authority. Please ask your questions." At once, a magnificent Yaksha appeared. The great test had begun. Part 4. The Questions of the Yaksha. The Yaksha asked profound questions about life, duty, wisdom, and righteousness. Yudhishthira answered each one with patience and truth. What is heavier than the earth? A mother's love. What is higher than the sky? A father's greatness. What is faster than the wind? The mind. What is the greatest treasure? Knowledge. Who is a true friend? One who stands beside you in difficult times. What rescues a person in times of danger? Courage. What is the greatest gain? Good health. What is more dangerous than the enemy? Anger. What is the greatest disease? Greed. What accompanies a person after death? The good and righteous deeds one has performed. What is the greatest wonder? Yudhishthira replied, "Every day countless people die, Yet those who remain believe they themselves will live forever. This is the greatest wonder. The Yaksha smiled with admiration. Pleased with Yudhishthira's wisdom, the Yaksha said, I shall reward you. One of your brothers may return to life. Choose only one. Yaksha expected Yudhishthira to choose Bhima, whose strength was unmatched, or Arjuna, the greatest warrior. Instead, Yudhishthira chose Nakula. The Yaksha was surprised. Why not Bhima or Arjuna, who are more valuable in battle? Yudhishthira answered, My father Pandu had two wives, Kunti and Madri. I, the son of Mother Kunti, am still alive. Therefore, one son of Mother Madri should also live. Justice demands that both mothers have one surviving son. The Yaksha was deeply moved by Yudhishthira's fairness. Part 5. Yaksha reveals himself. The Yaksha smiled and transformed into a radiant divine being. I am Yamadharmaraja, the god of righteousness, and your divine father. He had taken the form of a Yaksha to test Yudhishthira's wisdom, patience, truthfulness, and sense of justice. Delighted by his son's unwavering commitment to dharma, Yamadharmaraja restored Nakul, Sahadeva, Arjuna, and Bhima to life. The four brothers awoke as if from a deep sleep, healthy and unharmed. Yama blessed the Pandavas and assured them that righteousness would ultimately lead them to victory. Yama then tells that he himself had taken the form of the deer that carried away the Brahmin's fire sticks. The entire incident was a test of Yudhishthira's wisdom, patience, truthfulness, and commitment to justice. He returns the fire sticks to Yudhishthira. The brothers then returned to the Brahmin with the recovered fire sticks and continued their exile, stronger in faith and united in purpose. Final part. From this incident, the Pandavas learned that wisdom is greater than strength, humility is greater than pride, and righteousness must never be abandoned, even in moments of great hardship. Let me ask you one of the Yaksha's most important questions. What is the greatest happiness? Comment and share your answer. Also, let me know which of Yudhishthira's answers you agreed with the most. And if there was any answer you disagreed with, I'd love to know your perspective. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Queen of Tales 007 for more fascinating stories from the Mahabharata and beyond. Thank you and take care. The end.